Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Alecia Lott and my channel is for those of you who want to have a journaling routine that is messy, minimalist, and low budget. And for those of you who want to use their journaling practice for mental health and growth. This is my weekly spread video. This is a video I do every Sunday. It's going to be a little different this week. This journal is for my weekly spreads, my bullet journaling and planning, and then I do a little nightly journal entry in it, but I don't do a ton of writing in this journal. So my other journal is bigger and I do brain dumping, feelings and plans and stuff. So in about an hour and a half, I am going to a meetup event, a Spanish language practice meetup. I've been very much a hermit and now I'm in a new city and it's springtime, the weather's nicer, and I want to get out, I want to meet people. So I figured that would be a good place to start, but now it is time. I have a little bit of time to get ready to go and I'm starting to feel kind of nervous, kind of anxious about it, and I figure what better way to kind of calm myself down than to write about my feelings and just try and get all of the yayas and yuckiness out before I leave. I thought I'd do just a quick journal entry. I'm going to put the date up here. Spanish language. That's good. It's good. We know what we're talking about. Okay, so I'm going to set a timer for 15 minutes. I'm going to set a timer for 15 minutes and then I'm just going to write my feelings out about this event. Boop. What is the purpose? I RSVP'd for this meetup because I know that I need and want to make friends in my new city. I will consider the evening a success when I get home in one piece and haven't spilled guacamole on anyone. The worst would be if no one spoke to me even after I took the risk of speaking to them first. I worry that it will be like the cafeteria experience in high school where everyone is already friends with each other and they'll say, "You can't sit with us." Ending on a positive, what is the best thing that could happen? Free guacamole and chips for everyone. Extra from me. I feel better after having done this, just kind of getting some of my worries, my preoccupations and everything on paper. I think it does help, especially when I'm already just a ball of nervous energy going into an event. I will give a brief update of how things go in the next portion of this video, and then we will get on to the weekly spread. Did I fulfill the purpose? Yes, I feel that I did. I attended the meetup. First off, yes, just patting myself on the back so hard for even leaving the house. And I did my best to just really be social and make conversation with people. I felt that my Spanish was pretty decent. People go into these events, I say people, I mean myself, go into these events just thinking that you're going to meet your best friend right off the bat. And it's never going to be that, but it will, you can still make the best of it and you can still, have a good time and just enjoy yourself, just vibe, enjoy yourself. Was the evening a success? Yes, I do consider the evening to have been a success. I didn't spill guacamole on anyone. That's the, I don't know, I was worried that I would be so nervous and my hands would be flailing around everywhere that I would spill something on someone and everyone would kind of stop and stare at me, like how they do in the movies, like the music stops and someone would be just staring and I would just be mortified. That did not happen. So I didn't spill guacamole or anything else. So very good. Not even on my shirt. and I was wearing a white shirt. I was worried about that too. You know, I have my best and worst case scenarios over here, and so I wanted to kind of see where we fall on the scale there. Like, was it the worst thing that could have ever happened to me, or was it the best thing that could have ever happened to me? Or, you know, where does it fall there? So I gave it about a 6. You know, I thought that I enjoyed myself. I did get out. I was social. But there were some things that could have gone better, so it's definitely not a 10. And it was my best case scenario there. It was an impossible situation anyway, but you know, in reality, I don't think it would have been a 10, just because there were, you know, kind of those feelings of just people already being in their friend groups and not really wanting to socialize with new people. We were in a restaurant and we were sitting at long tables. So I was at one table kind of in the corner, and then there was another table, yeah, just right next to us. And so it's like, am I going to stand up and go talk to these other people as well? Or what, you know, like what is it that I would have had to do in order to speak to other people in the group while also maintaining my little seat over here with all my food? So it's a lot of, you know, anxiety. You know what I mean? So yeah, I just felt that could have gone better. And also, yeah, it was just really noisy there, and it was difficult to speak and understand each other in English or Spanish. So there was that. And so it could have been better as far as just the setup of how the event was. What did I learn? Just sitting at a table with strangers without any sort of activity is probably never going to be the best situation for me, but I can improve and I can still attend those events. So that's that. I'm happy that I went. I'm happy that I wrote things down and got my feelings out. And let's get on with doing our weekly spread. Okay, so I feel that this past week went pretty well. It did definitely go better than last week. I'm starting to get settled in the new apartment that I just moved to, and the place is still a mess. We still have boxes everywhere, but at least I can clear a path, and I can, you know, I've started to develop a little routine here in the morning, and, you know, just things that I do before and after work. So it is starting to come together, and I'm trying to just give myself a lot of grace with that, and just letting myself kind of get used to the new surroundings, and knowing that things are going to be different than how they were in my last apartment. Before, I've moved so many times in my life, but I don't think I've been as regimented about my time. I didn't have bullet journaling. I didn't have all of that. So now that I have that, having a routine and developing a routine in one location and then trying to pick it up and move it to another place, that doesn't work. So I have our quote for the week. Earlier this week, I was watching a video by Ali Abdaal. It was entitled, "You're Not Lazy, How to Learn Anything Faster." And I was like, okay, I'm going to check this out and learn things faster, hopefully. And Cliff Weitzman was the guest. Just put good energy into the world, and if you could do that, good things happen. I agree with that. But you didn't want to hear about that. Let's get on with our weekly spread. Okay, I've got my materials here. I am ready to go. 19th to the 25th. All right. I wanted to be, you know, a little bit more ASMR zen and leave the camera on while I was writing, but there is a lawnmower going on behind me. I don't know if you can hear it, and so I just said, you know what, we don't need to hear that right now. But yes, this is what I try to do every day of the week, and most days I don't do all of these things, but I do. I'll say about maybe 80% of these things most days. Writing stuff, I just put writing stuff. That can mean a multitude of things. I'm trying to build a website. I want to start a blog, and there's a writing course that I've been taking. I'm trying to kind of lean away from that and just, you know, revisit it, but still do more action things. All right, now it is time for me to work on my weekly tasks, and this calendar is crooked as I don't know what. I'm kind of living for it. I like it. Okay, so here's my weekly task. This looks a lot cleaner and simpler than some of my weekly task sections in the past. And so it almost looks a little too empty to me, but I'm going to deal with it. Like I mentioned, I'm starting a blog. One of these days, I would like to post one thing on my blog at least once a week. But yes, I need to just start actually putting writing out there in the world. So that's what I'm going to do. I figure that's the easiest way to put writing out there in the world is to start a blog. So, yeah. Also, I'm going to put the 70,000 steps here, which would be, let me write this, 10,000 steps a day, which is totally doable. However, I haven't been doing it over the past couple of weeks, pretty much related to the move. But I'm hopeful that I'll get back to that. My hair is a journey sometimes, so I went ahead and put Tuesday evening as my hair time. That way it gives it, I wash it, I condition it, I detangle it, I restyle it, all of that. That way that gives me ample time if I go out on the weekend or do anything toward the end of the week, gives it ample time to dry and look cute before I go out. So that way I don't have to use a blow dryer and use heat on my hair. I don't like to do that. So yes, I calculated it, I figured it out. Tuesday's the best day for that. And then of course putting my weekly spread video out by Saturday at 6 p.m. Always wanted to have a deadline for my videos. I just don't always stick to the deadline, so I keep moving it around. So we're gonna try Saturday at 6 if I can have everything done. Boom. I like to leave, even though there are certain things I've already done, and I finished the Spanish thing like, what, 3 or 4 weeks ago. I leave that here so that I can remember, yes, I accomplished that. That's a win. And so now I have this one. I had done one in-person social event, and out of the 3 that I'm supposed to do for this quarter, and so I can cross that off as well. I think it's important to remember that you can do these things and that you have accomplished things in the past. Sometimes I forget that. Sometimes I act as though I'm doing something for the very first time, and that's not the case. I've done a similar thing before, so it helps to remember that. This is my weekly intention. I intend to continue to take care of my physical and mental health as I start this new week. Feeling proud and confident about what I have done over the past few weeks, I hope that I continue to see growth and improvement. I strive to be a better daughter, friend, and employee, even as I keep my head down and fight for my heart's desires. Good energy! Good energy. And I wish you good energy for this week. As always, thank you so much for joining me. I hope this video was helpful to you in some way. Please leave me a like down below if you enjoyed this video in any way, shape, or form. And I hope that you subscribe for more of my crazy ramblings. And I wish you a wonderful week. And I give you the upside down wave. Goodbye. Have a good week.